Hey, and welcome to an IC82 review. This review is totally different. I've never reviewed anything like this on the channel before. This is the Bachmann Plasser Tamper machine. If we just have a look at the label here, you can see that it says Plasser Tamper machine. Plasser and Thura, maybe? Motorized. Now, basically Thura is a name, and Plasser and Thura are the company that make this particular machine. Plasser, I think, might also be a name that's just sort of lent itself to this type of machine and has become synonymous with this type of machine. But basically the company Plasser and Thura make tamping machines just like this, and they're basically the biggest manufacturer of them in the world, and pretty much every railway in the world needs at least one of these. Apologies for the rain that's just started to pour on the conservatory window. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of a jump cut there. The weather is very British today, which means we're basically getting everything in just a single day. So that's why I had to interrupt the video. But we're back. So yeah, I was talking about this Plasser, this Plasser tamper machine. It is a tamper machine, but as I'm pretty sure the Plasser comes from the people that founded the company or invented this type of machine, and the Thura, that definitely is somebody's surname. That's the Austrian company that make this particular type of machine. This model is a 00 scale model. It's motorized, as it says so there. PCB DCC. I'm not too sure what that means. I've never seen anything like that before. Does that mean it's 4 pin, 6 pin, 8 pin, 21 pin? Or is it something else? I really don't know. I should have done my research, shouldn't I? But maybe there's something inside that will tell us. It's by Bachmann. There's no prizes for that, and I hear that they're supposed to be pretty good. The detail is supposed to be pretty stunning, and they're supposed to be quite nippy little things. So I'm really keen to get it open and have a look at it. So without further ado, that's what we shall do. I think every model layout needs one of these, to be honest. Well, obviously, if it's a modern layout. Basically, these machines, they did the work of, well, what lots and lots of navvies, lots and lots of engineers did. They do a whole mixture. I mean, these particular machines, they do so many different things. Like they don't just lay and compact ballast. They can lay in compact sleepers. They can make sure that the cross level between the two rails is level. They can make sure that the track is in the correct alignment, and they really are quite fancy machines. In fact, they're essential for railways that use concrete sleepers, because concrete sleepers are just too heavy to be manually put into place and leveled, whereas these can do that quite easily. So yeah, they're really, really important machines. I think there's loads in the UK and Europe and America, but I remember watching a video on a railway in Africa, and I think it was Uganda or Zimbabwe or Zambia. I'm not too sure, but there was a country in Africa which basically had 2 of these machines for the entire country, and one of them was broken. So it was basically just one machine for the entire railway across the whole country. Interesting, but nevertheless still essential. Let's just have a quick look at the instruction sheet, the care sheet. Gosh, this is basic. Wow. Yes, to do with the DCC stuff. DCC decoder fitting. Unclip the motor from underbody. Remove clips from PCB, which is printed circuit board. Connect decoder wires. Oh my gosh. Use a small wire decoder or a 36562 wiring harness and 6-pin decoder, such as the 36558A. Just rolls off the tongue. Wow! Basically, this model is so small and so precise that it can't take a standard DCC chip. You've got to go to all this effort to get it DCC. Wow! Never had anything like that before. Still, there's a first time for everything. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. What a machine. Wow. What can I say? It's just stunning. Look at the detail on this. I have never seen anything like it. And it's so lightweight, but heavy at the same time. I know that makes no sense, but basically the frame feels pretty lightweight. It's sort of like got the... It feels like you're holding a coach, but there is a fair bit of weight here and a fair bit of weight here. This is the motorised bogie, as you can tell by all the cogs just there. And then this bogie is just for pickups. It's just for picking up electricity and transferring it to the motor. And just look at how it does that. Look at those two metal rods that you can see stretching all the way from the motor bogie and how they make contact with those plates. Are they brass? Are they copper? Are they something else? I really don't know. They look like copper, but copper's really expensive these days. Maybe there's something else. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But metal wheels, loads of detail. I mean, I've never seen one of these machines in real life, so I can't comment on how accurate it is. But wow, look at that, Mainliner Universal. What else does it say? Oh, okay, I'd have to get a magnifying glass. Got little steps there for the operator. And even look at the mesh metal floor inside there, as well as, oh gosh, there's like a seat and some, like a dashboard for it, you know, like a display with all these controls on and stuff, or her controls. No way. We've even got sprung buffers on a tamper machine. Oh, there we go. One of them was a little bit stiff. I was not expecting that. What about the couplings? What are the couplings? The couplings are NEM. It's not a dovetail connector because of, or in fact it's some very fancy thing connected to the bogie. Well, not connected to the bogie, as you can see, because it's independent of the bogie's travel, but it is still connected to the bogie assembly. So that's quite interesting, or at least it's at least held in place by the bogie, isn't it? I mean, I should imagine if you take that screw out, the bogie will come off, and possibly the connector too. But that is amazing. Sprung buffers and NEM couplings on a tamper machine. That's really nice. I don't think we've got working lights though. Just look at those lights. They don't look realistic to me. Well, they don't look working. They look relatively realistic, but they don't look like they work. The glass paneling is, what I assume is glass paneling is not glass, it's plastic, but then that's just the same with every other model in the world, pretty much. And gosh, look at this. Even at the other end, you've got another seat and then some more controls. Or no, they're not. No, you don't have any. They're not controls. That is just part of the bogie. Maybe that's what it's like in real life. I don't know. Oh, this feels flexible. Yes, it is, ever so slightly. But I'm not going to try my luck and snap anything. Definitely not. It does look quite delicate. What about these? No, they're not really that flexible. In fact, these are probably more flexible, which is a bit odd. And there you can see this is all part of the machinery. What type of tamper machine this is, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. All I know is that you can get different ones to do different tasks, although they pretty much all do the same sort of thing. So there's probably laser guide sight things in here to make sure that the track is level. There's probably a machine to compact the ballast. That's what most tampering machines do, really. Yeah, there's not much more to say on it, other than it does look the part. It feels the part, it's a good build quality. You'd have to tell me, to be honest, on just how accurate it is, because I couldn't tell you. All I know is I've never held anything like it in my hands in my whole life, and certainly in the time I've been doing these videos. So, let's get it onto the track and see how it runs. Okay, so here we are at the layout, and now comes the question of which way is forward and which way is backwards. Which is the front end of this unit, and which is the back end? I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I don't think it matters. As with most modern railway units, they're pretty much designed to go in either direction, so we'll assume that this is the front. It doesn't really matter. I just want to test it basically and check that it runs okay. It's currently going to be DC, obviously. Those wheels are on, and those wheels are on. So let's give it a little bit of juice and see what happens. That's incredible. Such a gorgeous little compact motor. Do you see that? Do you hear that? It really is quite nice. Let's go back again, but really slowly. Ooh. Hey, that's impressive. I mean, I know there was a little bit of labouring the engine there. It was struggling a tiny bit, but that's still really impressive for a DC unit, and it's such a compact motor as well. The motor is tiny, folks. It's absolutely tiny. Look at that. That's really nice. It's a bit odd that there's nothing else in the box, no other care sheet, or at least not that I could see. I did open it on the day of purchase to check everything was fine. Don't think I've misplaced anything. Oh, the rain's starting again though. I'll get some running footage of it anyway. Okay, so this is obviously the first time she's ever been ran, but just look how smoothly she's running. And she's just handled the killer express points as if they weren't even there. Yeah, the level crossing is in bits at the moment, but don't worry, it's because I've been working on the track. Okay, here it comes. Apologies for the continued rain. I'm not going to stop though. I'm going to carry on. I hope you can hear me alright. So there we have it. The Plasser Thura? The Plasser Thura. Yeah, sorry about that. It's the Plasser and Thura Tamper machine by Bachmann in 00 gauge with fantastic little motor, with a seriously fantastic little motor. Really cute little bogies which handle the unit well, sprung buffers, and even NEM couplings. Unbelievable. It's a quality item, peeps. It really is. What else to say on it? I don't know, it's a hard one really. I can't tell you that it's essential and you must rush out and buy one now, but certainly if you're doing a modern image layout, you're pretty much going to have to get one, aren't you? Pretty much. It's just going to look incredible on any modern image layout. If your layout is based in the 80s, 70s and beyond, you know, the 40s, 30s, 20s, then no, you're probably not going to be getting one of these. But you know, it's a nice piece of kit. It really is. I can't knock it. Is it worth the money? Yeah, I suppose it is. I think it is. It's really quite inexpensive compared to some, and the detail is there. It's also got an excellent build quality, and that motor is just so smooth. Yeah, it's nice, folks.